This video will be an unboxing, setup, and review of the Vantrue dash cam. Alright, so right off the bat I did get this in lieu of doing a review on it, so I want to make that publicly available. Alright, so let's get this thing unboxed and see how it works. By the way, the boxing is awesome. I'm definitely stepping up their game on boxing these days. Oh, there we go. Okay, so quick specs. This is 4K HDR on the front camera. Sony Starvis 2 HDR wide viewing angle lens, voice control. Supports 5 GHz Wi-Fi and app control, GPS logger, motion detector, collision detector, low bitrate parking mode, adjustable parking monitor zone, magnetic assist, supercapacitor, extreme temp protection. This is a good one. I've been looking forward to this. So it's showing you which way to plug the camera in for the rear mount camera. Guess that's the rear mount camera. And cables. Cable. Oh, a door trim tool, I'm guessing. Mount. More cables. Cable. Primer. Screen protectors. Oh, that's nice. Stay away from my car, huh? So this is just a little quick cheat sheet on how to turn it on. Emergency lock and snapshot, you just hit the button real quick. Power on and off is a long press. Record on and off, screen on and off. Short press, long press. Rear camera. Microphone. There's the buttons. There's I guess the passenger cam, right? Okay, so next I'll go ahead and insert an SD card, and then we'll go on out and install this in the Expedition if that cable's long enough. So for the SD card, you open this right here up like so, and there's the slot. It takes up to 512 gigabyte cards, and of course you want fast card as well, as you would with any video, and don't put it in that way. And there we go. Got the card in there. This is a fresh card. Make sure there aren't any files on there so I can go back and format it later without any worries. Alright, so next let's go put it on the truck. Car, SUV, station wagon, whatever you want to call it, an Expedition. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is figure out where you want to mount the camera. So usually like right up in here is a good place, so it's not in your field of vision of traffic or whatever. So I'm probably going to put it about right here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and slip this on here. Just to try to kind of figure out where I'm going to put the mount at. So one thing to think about too is this lens right here. And of course this lens right here. So make sure, you know, they're not blocked by anything. Now as you're looking at locations besides the lens here and this lens here, make sure you have room for the cable so you can unplug it and plug it in, that kind of stuff. For power cable goes here, and the rear camera cable goes here. So make sure both of those are good. I think right there will work. So next we've got to clean the glass. So clean the glass with this, or prime the glass with this. Okay, there's a little tear spot right there. Ooh, that really is a primer. I assumed it was alcohol, but the smell of it is definitely kind of reminds me of the PVC glue. Okay, so I'm going to peel the backing off the tape here. look about where I want it to go. Okay, so next we're going to run the cable, and you can run this, you can start however you want to, but I'm going to start from the power point. Plug that in, and then run the cables up underneath the dash here. Okay, there we go. So I ran it through here now. And I'm going to try to run it underneath the headliner here. Okay, and then we'll plug this in right here, like so. Go ahead and take that off. Peel that off. Okay, and go ahead and pull this off. And then I can go ahead and remount that. Alright, next I'll go ahead and run the rear camera cable, and it's going to be very similar to what I just did. Except for this time we're going to just stay up in the headliner. It did show recommending putting the cable going from the driver's side around for this one. I guess so you don't get crosstalk. Okay, so the rear camera plugs in right here. Oh, and it's USB-C. That's good. Plug it in right there. And now I'm just going to simply run it along the headliner here. Pull the molding down. There we go. Okay, that all looks good. And then we'll just continue down the truck. Okay, so again, I just pulled this down and push the wire up here, run along there, and then I'll just continue here. Sun is not my friend today. So we're shooting right into the sun. Great. All right, and the next run through the headliner up here. I need to get it towards the center. Okay, then again use primer on glass here. Make sure you have enough cable. This will open up whichever way, right? You probably don't want it directly on where the defroster wire is, so I'm going to avoid that. Unfortunately, I can't totally avoid the area where the defroster is, just where that wire is. And here's what the camera looks like mounted correctly. With the glass up on this vehicle, I can read Vantrue. Plug in that, and then I'll just put the access cable back in here. So I think the best method would be to drill a hole right here, put a grommet on it, seal that up, or actually probably over here. I'm going to hold off on that. I'm going to do this temporary to test it all out, and then I'll probably go back and do that. It shouldn't be that difficult. But for now, I'm going to do it this way. So I pulled the truck up a little bit to get rid of some of that sun. So let's plug it in and see what it does. Booting up. English, that's good. Oh, get to do the time zone. Okay. Okay. Is that actually today? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. Okay, time is 11. Oh, wrong up. 11:28. Okay. 60 hertz. Miles per hour. Leave it on 5G, it's faster. It's going to format the SD card now. Format successful, hit OK. There we go, it's working. Hi. Adjust that. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and install the app. Okay, so next to install the app, just scan the appropriate Google Play or App Store. Alright, so I'll get my camera out here. Do that. Install Vantrue app. So I had some issues going through the web page to download the app. So instead I went to the Play Store and downloaded it from there. Oh, is that it right there? Okay, it did install. Okay. Press the Wi-Fi function of the dash cam and keep the phone within 6.6 feet. Okay, there's the Wi-Fi. Password was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's default. And of course you should go back and change that. Now it's probably going to tell me that the internet's not good. Stay connected. Okay, so it should be connected to the camera now. Get start. Add device. This time Nexus series. N4 Pro. Wow. Okay. It's connected. Okay. Okay, so now let's see what we can do here. Camera. Hi. Camera. Camera. Oh, are you kidding me? Is the rear camera on upside down? Oh, I need to go fix that. Okay, I made a rookie mistake and put the camera in the back on upside down. Sorry about that. Oh, next thing would be probably to do the firmware. Okay, so to do the firmware, back out of that. To do the firmware, I went ahead and just turned the camera off, but you're supposed to turn off the Wi-Fi for the camera, but I went ahead and just completely shut it off. Then of course open the app, and it's gonna ask all that stuff. So I do have a new firmware available, so I hit the little checkbox here. And now it's gonna ask to download, again, without being connected to the camera. So now it's gonna download the firmware. It's always a good idea to keep the firmware up to date. That way you get all the features, new features that might be added, and also security too. Okay, so it says it's downloaded. So now it's going to say transfer to dash cam immediately. So now I'm going to go ahead and plug in the dash cam. And I'm guessing I'll probably need to hook up to it on the Wi-Fi. So connect back to, there we go. Connect to the camera's Wi-Fi. And it's going to try to kick me off because there's no internet. So stay connected. Make sure you press stay connected. So now we're connected without internet. So I'll just go ahead and get over here, transfer the dash cam immediately. Now it's uploading to the camera. Don't power anything off. And make sure you got a good connection. Okay, now the camera's gonna do its thing. There we go, it rebooted. Now it's updating the firmware. I really hope you guys can see this okay. There we go, it's updated. Then it's gonna reboot again. Okay. Connect to the device. Oh, it's updating the camera, the rear cam firmware. Okay, so it's finishing up on the rear cam. Oh, we're gonna go through the whole setup menu again. Nothing wrong with getting a second one on there. English is okay. Then we go to the time zone. New York, hit OK. Month, day, year, hit OK. That's okay, that's okay. That is not okay. 11:48. That's okay. Okay. Now 60 hertz and 50 hertz, that's the frequency of the camera. Well, 60 is fine. If you're indoors, you don't want to do 60 hertz, but this is definitely not indoor. Speed, kilometers or miles, I'll leave it at miles. 5G, 2G. I've got a 5G phone, so I can use that. It's going to format the card. I guess I'm okay with that. It's interesting that it ran through the complete setup on after doing the firmware. Format successful. Okay, so I guess we're ready to go out for a drive now. And next we'll take a look at the app. Connect to the device while using this app. Oh, okay, I didn't do this. So to turn the Wi-Fi on, it's this little button right here. And the Wi-Fi is not on. So push that button right there. Wi-Fi on, long press. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now I connect to it. Stay connected. Alright. Next. Get started. Connect. Oh, that's neat. Look at that. Start time, end time, altitude, average speed, max speed. Oh, whoops. You didn't see that. Download. PDF. Okay. Folder. Okay. Okay, so I got the device connected to the app. Just kind of wanted to walk through a few things in the app in case I overlooked them a while ago. You've got, you can mute the camera or have the microphone on. Then we can take a snapshot real quick with this. You can record video. You can see it shows recording here. And this will throw that down into the gallery. Now this will go through, and now we can see all the different camera recordings here, all the different screen recordings. So the files in the left column are for the rear camera. The ones in the middle column are for the cabin camera. And then the ones in the far right column are for the front camera. Keep in mind the front camera is 4K. Also, as you go left to right, each row is the same timeline. So the first row would say be 1 o'clock to 1:03, with the columns being rear, cabin, front. The next row would be 1:03 to 1:06, rear, cabin, front. So to download from off of the app here, just select this little download arrow right here. It'll ask if you want to download the file. Yes. So let's see, that is one of the rear ones. Here's one of inside the truck. Alright, so I'll go ahead and download one from it. And then let's download one from the forward facing camera. Just get this one right here. And again, these will all be put at the very end of the video, so you can get an example of what the video looks like. And be sure, if you're watching this on YouTube or whatever, make sure that you change the settings to get the max resolution of the video as well. Okay. Next thing you want to do after you download the files, press sync, and that will sync the files to the phone. And to find that, go into the Vantrue folder. I'm just going to search for it. Video, normal. There it is. Okay, to see the GPS information, you've got to go from SD card to local. This will pull it off your phone. And then now you can see the GPS information.
Right.
So that's how you pull everything off of there. And so of course, you can also, with the camera off, open this up right here, pull the SD card out, and put it in a card reader and transfer it that way as well. But there's really no need to with the Wi-Fi. What else do I need? That's it, right? You just got these 4. What does that do? Oh, that's right, the driving logs. So then we'll have the driving logs here. And these are pretty neat because it'll show how fast you've been going and all that kind of stuff. And you can go to the folder here once it loads. And then you can see what has been saved in here. So I've only saved a PDF of my first trip. And it shows some pretty good information. It shows your time, start time, end time, driving time, altitude, speed, average speed, maximum speed, and total mileage, and then location. It gives you the coordinates as well. So it's kind of a neat little thing to have, nice feature. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop the app right here. Now just in case I have not gone over it all that well as yet. Come on now. Let's take a look here. Underneath here is where the buttons are. I believe I showed that already. There's your buttons. Wi-Fi, microphone mute or not unmuted. Changes cameras, right? Yep, hi. That toggles through the cameras. And then this one right here. We'll take a still of it. And then this does have voice commands as well. So you can just simply tell the camera, say, hold on. Dash cam allows for quick control via voice commands. Take photo. Turn on Wi-Fi. I heard it chirp that time. Turn off Wi-Fi. Take photo. Turn on audio. Turn off audio. Turn on audio. Lock the video. Show front camera. There we go. And then when the camera's on, we've got this right here. And again, this is long press, short press, right? So short press. Then you said it cannot be performed during video recording. Oh, I'm still recording video. I've got to turn that off. Okay, so we turned off video. And now we can go into the setup. System setup, files, cord setup, system setup, files. Hit OK. So here you can browse through all the different folders that exist on the camera itself. And it will play it back for you. So just hit that.
Video start.
There we go. So now it's playing it back. You can go here, back, down, okay. Who's that guy?
Video start.
Okay. And it's about to start raining here, so I'm gonna have to wrap this up pretty quick. There we go, back, back, back. And then you can go through your various setups on recording. Resolution. I hope that's set for max. Front cabin rear, front cabin front. Okay. So it starts at 1080 for front cabin rear. Front should be 4K, I believe. Yeah. So if you want to, you can bring down the resolution, which will give you more record time on the SD card, but of course less quality. So you can go through there and set that up for each camera. Loop recording, infrared LEDs, G sensor, that's for impact. So I'm just going to leave all that at factory. Privacy mode, audio recording, exposure settings, recording status light, HDR. Huh, it'll actually do HDR too. Cool. Okay. Which is defaulted on, looks like. Rotate display, so if you have it mounted upside down, you can rotate the display. Mirror, number plate, stamp it. Time lapse, parking mode. I think that's okay. So in parking mode, you can put on motion, collision, motion, and then put it in low bit rate mode so it won't take up too much space and battery power. So I think that's most of the menu. Go ahead and subscribe, and if I do any additional videos on this camera, that way you won't miss it, because I'm sure I'll have some updates on it as I learn more about it. But anyway, love the camera. This is really nice. This is a next level camera compared to what I've had in the past, so I really like it. Don't know if I mentioned it, but it does show the speed as well right there. And I'm not driving right now. So anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please select like down there and subscribe to my channel. If you didn't like it, well, subscribe to the channel, maybe you like the next one. Thank you for watching.